Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can see by the title, this is going to be an Explore Sejong video with me. So I am going to take you all along with me as I explore a different part of Sejong. And today we are going to Gobok Reservoir. So this is definitely more of the countryside of Sejong City, the province. We're gonna go see a reservoir and hopefully go to a really nice cafe. And like I say in all these videos, I make these videos really so people can see what Sejong looks like and what you can do here, because when you look up Sejong on the internet, especially if you're placed here with the EPIC program or you're studying abroad or you are teaching here with the Hagwon or you're just thinking of moving here, there's not a lot of information out there about Sejong. So if you do want to see more videos of Sejong, I have a whole playlist of videos that I've made just showing you what Sejong looks like and what you can do here. And yeah, let's go. So I live in Sejong City and the reservoir is kind of far out, like an hour on the bus, and one of the buses that I have to take, it doesn't have a scheduled time, so that might mean a lot of waiting for the bus, but we'll learn as we go. We'll see. Okay, quick change of plans. So I'm not going to the Gobok Reservoir. The buses that I would need to use to connect to actually get there, it seems like none of them are running, and I mean, I expected that because this is like the countryside and the buses don't run as frequently there, but my Kakao Maps is saying that there's no buses running, so I'm not gonna risk going out there and being stranded or paying a lot of money just to go on a taxi. So what I'll do instead is go to a temple. There are lots of temples actually here in Sejong. I feel like they're not as well known or maybe not as aesthetically pleasing as other temples. I feel like they're not as pretty or as aesthetically pleasing or as famous as some of the ones in Seoul or in Busan, but there's one temple that if you live in Jochiwon or you go to Jochiwon often, there's a temple that like the 1000 and the 991 and the 601 buses pass by, and I always wonder, like, why is there just a random temple next to the road? Like, it just looks so weird, like the weirdest place that you could put a temple, and I've always thought of going there, but I never really looked it up, but I guess I'll go now. So this temple is called Borimsa, Borim Temple, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So let's go.
Before you educate the head, try to educate the heart.
So I'm back on the main road now. I'm actually headed to a cafe, which is about like a 20 to 25 minute walk from the temple. It was actually really nice. It was super cute. It wasn't much there because it's not a very big temple, But something that I really love about Korea, you always just find really nice people. I was taking a break, like just sitting down and admiring everything and also catching my breath because it's very hot and I don't have water with me. And this old guy, he sees me and he's like, "Do you want water?" Like all in English. And I'm like, "Oh, yes, please." And so he's like, "Yeah, follow me, just follow me." And we're talking and he's like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from America, I'm from Texas." And he's like, "Oh, I lived in Washington, D.C. Like, nice to meet you." And then he like fist bumps me. Like, it was just nice. Like, just talking in English and just, I don't know. I feel like in Korea, yes, you might find people that maybe are racist or not really kind to black people, but I've always had just such wonderful experiences with people, and people have always been super nice to me and welcoming. And I really, really appreciate that every time I meet someone like this old man. So he called his wife, and she brought rice cakes and shike, which I actually don't like shike, but hers was actually really good. So that was super nice. And yeah, I feel like that just made the trip like just a little bit better, just for me personally. But yeah, now I'm gonna go to this cafe, so let's go. So I'm just sitting here at the river, just admiring the weather and just how beautiful it looks, and just reflecting and breathing. This past few weeks has been kind of hard with adjusting to online classes, and now my students are slowly starting to come back to school. So adjusting from online to now in person, like there's been a lot of work lately. And of course, things are not great in America, as we all know and are probably aware of the violence and the murders that are going on within the Black community. And it's really hard. It's already hard enough that it's even happening in your own community, but it's even harder when you live abroad. And I don't know if it's because I feel guilty for being so far away. I feel guilty for knowing that even though things aren't perfect here in Korea, at least I won't get shot by a police officer, or at least I know I'm relatively safe. I'm much safer than I would be if I was in America. And that's really sad. It's really hard to accept, and I feel guilty in a way for leaving my family. I feel guilty for not being able to be there for my younger siblings, even though they're all taller than me, but I'm the oldest. I feel hurt. I feel scared. I feel overwhelmed. Yesterday was really hard for me at work. I think my co-teacher could see that something was not right. And in Korea, they're not really talking about it, which I'm not surprised, but also something as big as this, I feel like everyone in the world should be kind of talking about it. Not saying that America is so great that everyone needs to talk about our problems and things, but it amazes me, like, how can Koreans not know what's going on? Like, my people are being killed, and yeah, my co-teacher could see that something was wrong, and so she asked me, and I told her what was going on in America and how I was scared for my future and scared for my siblings and my dad and just anyone that I know. And she hugged me and comforted me and reassured me that everything would be okay. Even though she didn't fully understand everything, she was there to comfort me and support me. And I feel like when you're living in a foreign country and things are going on at home, back at home, and you feel like you can't really do anything about it, it's always so nice to be able to have those people that you can reach out to here in Korea or wherever you're living. So I'm always so grateful for the people that I have around me that just keep me going and keep me happy and positive and uplifting. And my co-teacher has definitely been one of those people since the day I met her, honestly. If you are feeling angry and upset or scared or overwhelmed and you just don't want to look at social media or the news, just know that your feelings are valid. You have every right to feel that way. I feel like times like this are when it's really hard. It's half and half. It's really hard to be living far away from home, but also part of you is glad and grateful and relieved that you don't live in a place like the one that you left. Also, if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed from watching the news or looking at social media, it's okay to not look at these things. It's okay to turn off everything and just, block out the world. If that's what you need to do to stay sane, then go ahead and do it, because it's overwhelming. It's so much, and I feel like we're becoming so desensitized to all of these killings that honestly, when I hear about these things happening, I hate to say it, but it just feels like I'm so used to it now that I'm not even surprised. Like, I just have no reaction. It's become like a new normal, and that's not how it should be. So if you need to take time away from talking to people, distancing yourself from people, turning off social media, go ahead and do it, whatever you need to do, because it's hard, especially seeing people that look like you, people that look like your family, people that look like your friends, people that are innocent and don't deserve to be treated the way that they are or killed. I feel like I say this in all of my videos, especially recently because of the coronavirus, and for the most part, most people are staying at home. But I really do hope that my videos are at least a little bit of a distraction or relaxing to you if you are looking for that kind of distraction. There's absolutely nothing wrong with distracting yourself from all the things that are going on. We have a whole global pandemic. Now, Black people, well, this has always been happening, but Black people are being murdered, and their murders are being posted online and everyone's sharing it, and it's a lot. So I really do hope that my videos are at least just a little bit of a nice distraction if you are looking for that. And the kids are coming and screaming again. But I really do hope that it's at least not only helpful to you all, but at least a way that you can escape whatever you're going through and just look at something nice that's different. I'm just sitting here reflecting on everything that's been going on lately. Didn't really plan on ending this vlog on like a negative, not negative, but I guess a sadder note than I started it on. But I guess that's really it for this video. I hope that you all enjoyed it, going around Sejong with me, even though it wasn't really the original plan that I had. But I hope that if you just want to see somewhere different in Korea, that you check out Sejong, even though in many of my videos I do say that there's not much to do here. You can find things to do in Sejong, and it's actually kind of interesting. So I hope that the little kids are watching me vlog and it's so awkward. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!